Once upon a time, in the vast expanse of the cosmos, a peculiar event was set into motion. A distant, rocky celestial body hurtled through space, carrying with it an otherworldly force that would soon make an impact on Earth. Unbeknownst to the inhabitants of the planet, a wave of unimaginable proportions was about to unfold. It was a quiet night, the moon casting a soft glow over the dark waters of the ocean. The air was filled with a tranquil calmness as Uncle Sam, a seasoned astronomer, observed the celestial wonders from his observatory. Little did he know that the very rocks he studied were harboring a phenomenon that would soon change the course of history. Uncle Sam had detected an anomaly in the gravitational patterns, a signal that something extraordinary was on the horizon. Rushing to notify NASA, he shared his findings with the hope that swift action would be taken to safeguard the lives of those who dwelled along the coasts. However, bureaucratic delays and a lack of urgency within the system led to a failure in disseminating the crucial warning. As the celestial rock approached Earth, it emitted a mysterious energy that began to ripple through the oceans. The wave, invisible to the naked eye, started building momentum beneath the surface. Uncle Sam, frustrated by the lack of response, took matters into his own hands. He embarked on a mission to alert the coastal communities, armed with the knowledge that could potentially save lives. Meanwhile, NASA, realizing the gravity of the situation, initiated emergency protocols. They scrambled to inform the affected regions and coordinate evacuation plans. However, time was slipping away, and the wave continued its silent journey through the depths of the ocean. The night gave way to the dawn, and as the world woke up to a new day, unaware of the impending danger, people gathered for their usual activities. It was a typical lunchtime, with bustling streets and crowded eateries. Uncle Sam, armed with a makeshift megaphone, stood in the heart of a coastal town, desperately trying to capture the attention of the unsuspecting crowd. Attention, everyone! A wave, a colossal wave, is heading towards us. Seek higher ground immediately. Uncle Sam's voice echoed through the streets, met with disbelief and skepticism. As the first ripples of the celestial wave reached the shore, panic ensued. Uncle Sam's warnings finally started to resonate with the crowd, and a wave of urgency swept through the coastal towns. Evacuation efforts began in a chaotic frenzy, with people scrambling to find safety. In the midst of the chaos, stories of resilience emerged. Communities came together, helping each other navigate the tumultuous situation. Strangers became allies, and the spirit of humanity shone brightly in the face of adversity. The wave, having traveled thousands of miles, finally made landfall. It was a sight of awe and terror as the enormous wave covered 90% of the United States. Cities along the coasts were swallowed by the colossal force of nature. Yet, amidst the destruction, tales of survival and unity emerged. The survivors, now perched atop hills and mountains, looked down at the transformed landscape. The wave had receded, leaving behind a changed world. The resilient spirit of the people, however, remained unbroken. In the aftermath, a collective effort to rebuild and forge a new future began. The once disconnected communities now shared a common bond, having faced the fury of nature together. Governments, scientists, and ordinary citizens worked hand in hand to ensure the well-being of all. Uncle Sam, initially disheartened by the system's failure, found solace in the strength of human connection. NASA, humbled by the lessons learned, revamped its communication protocols to ensure the swift dissemination of crucial information in the future. As the sun set on the altered landscape, a sense of hope pervaded the air. The wave, once a symbol of destruction, had inadvertently brought about a rebirth of unity and resilience. The survivors, having faced the worst, emerged stronger, with a newfound appreciation for the precious gift of life. And so, the story of the celestial wave became not just a tale of catastrophe but a testament to the indomitable human spirit that rises from the depths of adversity. In the aftermath of the celestial wave's impact, a new chapter unfolded as survivors faced the daunting task of finding habitable land. The once familiar landscape was now transformed, with vast stretches of submerged cities and altered coastlines. The struggle for survival intensified as communities sought refuge on elevated terrain, fighting for the limited patches of dry land that remained. Amidst the chaos, stories of resilience and determination emerged. Families and individuals, equipped with little more than the will to endure, embarked on journeys to seek safe haven. Hills and mountains became sought-after sanctuaries, and the competition for these elevated spaces led to both cooperation and conflict. As groups of survivors converged on the same promising territories, a delicate dance unfolded. Some communities, driven by a spirit of solidarity, pooled their resources and skills to create makeshift shelters and sustainable living environments. Cooperation became essential for survival as people learned to share the limited resources that nature had spared. However, the struggle for land also brought out the darker aspects of human nature. Frustration and desperation led to disputes over territory, and conflicts arose as survivors fought for the precious few habitable spaces. In these challenging times, leadership and diplomacy became crucial in navigating the delicate balance between cooperation and competition. Amidst the struggles, unexpected heroes emerged, individuals who, in the face of adversity, worked tirelessly to mediate conflicts and find peaceful resolutions. Their efforts became beacons of hope, inspiring others to set aside differences and collaborate for the greater good. Communities, once isolated by their own concerns, began to recognize the interconnectedness of their fates. They formed alliances, sharing knowledge and resources to create a more sustainable and resilient post-wave society. As the survivors adapted to their new reality, they discovered innovative ways to cultivate the land, harness alternative energy sources, and rebuild their lives. The fight for land gradually transformed into a collective effort to establish a harmonious coexistence with the altered environment. Nature, once seen as a force of destruction, became a source of inspiration for sustainable living practices. The survivors, united by the shared challenges they faced, embraced a newfound appreciation for the fragile balance between humanity and the natural world. In the end, the struggle for land became a pivotal chapter in the evolving narrative of resilience. The survivors, having weathered the storms of both nature and human conflict, learned that the true strength of humanity lies not just in individual survival but in the ability to come together, adapt, and build a better future. The celestial wave, once a symbol of catastrophe, had inadvertently set in motion a story of transformation and unity that would be told for generations to come.